Welcome back to another interview. I am Brandyn Pokrass of the League Winners. Today we are here with FIU Edge commit Jalen Anderson. Jalen, how you doing today?
I'm good. It's awesome to be here.
I'm really excited to talk to you today, man. And starting at the top, as I mentioned, you are a new FIU commit. I want to ask you, what made the school stand out to you and what ultimately made you decide to commit there?
Well, honestly, I was gonna wait a little while and wait till the season just because like I have my fall season, my sophomore year to play in junior college, no matter what, whether I commit now or in 3 months. But after I took my visit, and obviously I've been in touch with the coaches for months. They were actually the first coaches that hit me up during my freshman year. It's like a that type of relationship. It feels really tight knitted, and it's a lot of love. And I feel like the coaches like Coach KU, Coach Gomez, Coach Simmons, all those guys just want to see me be the best me that I could be. And obviously, Coach KU's done what I'm trying to do. He was a first round draft pick. He's got decades of coaching experience at the highest levels, um, and done has coached winning programs. So I'm just excited to play for him.
That's awesome to hear, man. I'm happy that you found that school that really meshes with you because, a lot of times it takes a while for that. But, finding that at the stage you're at, even before your upcoming season, I feel like, that's something that's probably really good to get that weight off your shoulders, right?
Most definitely, it's good like it feels good going into the season without that weight on my shoulders. That I could just play football and have fun.
And speaking of playing football, I want to start with your pass rushing because you're a consistent pass rushing presence. You've shown that in your career. You showed it last year at JUCO. How do you approach attacking different defensive linemen and deciding which pass rush moves to use in any given situation?
Well, a lot of it, first of all, it starts with like my coach Zoe says, you gotta have a plan before you start. So my plan, after let's say it's third down, third and 10, and we know they have to throw the ball. My plan might be okay. Well, I'm gonna get a speed rush. I'm gonna double swipe. Obviously, the offensive lineman might be one the heavy set, or maybe he jump sets, or he's really on his toes, right? So if he's a jump setter, then I'm gonna be really quick. I gotta be really quick and alert because if I'm not alert, then he's just gonna grab me and I'm gonna get held up. So I'm quick with my swipe. If he deep sets and gives me his chest, I'm going straight hands to the chest, bull rush, whatever it is, a snatch. But it's just about reading and reacting. That's one of the main things I've been working on over the offseason. It's just that on the fly, go quick adjustment because football is a game of seconds. You only have maybe 3 seconds before the quarterback gets the ball off. So it's about everything you do in those 3 seconds.
Now, building on top of that, would you say you have a go-to pass rushing move, or is it kind of like you said, it's predicated on film, predicated on tendencies, what you're seeing on the field?
Nah, I mean every good pass rusher, has their three, four, what pretty much everybody calls their toolbox. And in my toolbox, I've got a couple go-to moves, double swipe, arm over, spin move inside, spin move outside, bull, snatch, long, whatever it is. Um, just I focus on those few moves and um, like the little saying goes, practice that one kick 10,000 times, not 10,000 kicks one time, and just try to perfect those few moves.
And now heading into the run game, you're also a consistent presence in the backfield on those types of plays. What is your overall mentality as a player that allows you to, on top of your pass rushing prowess, be a consistent presence in the backfield?
Well, and it goes back to our coaching, our mentality on defense. You got to play the run first. So first, second down, that's run downs. You're not running up the field. You're not focused on bending the corner. First, second down is a run down. Play your gap. You do what you need to do. Then you got to count on your three tech to do what he does. The shade, the backside five, the linebackers to fill their gaps, and the running backs either got to run somebody over or they're coming in somebody's tackling. We're gang tackling. We're running to the football, trying to get the ball out, whatever it is. It's just more than about me. It's just everybody filling their gaps and doing their responsibilities. And yeah.
Does any of that shift as you face different offensive schemes? Sometimes you're playing a spread attack that likes to run the ball a little bit differently than maybe more of a pro style attack, or is that kind of just an overall mentality that you guys really just attack as a defense with?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we have our sayings on defense, and we just believe that as long as we all on defense do our job, we execute, and we give maximum effort, we can stop anybody. We showed that last year completely. We damn near shut out. A lot of teams had a lot of turnovers, lots of defensive touchdowns, interceptions on the defensive line. Made a lot of plays, just doing our jobs and being athletes.
Awesome. And now heading into your next season, what have you been the most focused on improving at your position over this summer?
Well, I mean, it's always something to improve on. But like I said, just one of the main things is the mental side of the game. I think for a long time, I played football being a good athlete, being the kid that, runs faster or jumps farther or is a little bit stronger than everybody. So when I got to college last year, it was a big adjustment with everybody. A lot of JUCO guys are D1 guys that are just coming to JUCO, or a lot of JUCO guys are guys that just got to D1. And for example, like, week 8, we played Saquon Miles, great football player, great lineman, and it was a big challenge because he's a Mississippi State player now, and those are the guys that you got to play at the highest level. So I just been focusing on the mental side of the game because obviously I couldn't out athlete him or out strength him. So it comes down to the technique and the little things, and just focusing on those little things, like if I'm supposed to double swipe and attack a exact wrist point, or when I do my long arm snatch and I snatch at zero point 0.5 seconds into the rush, I just try to snatch zero point 0.5 seconds into whatever that exact detail is. I'm trying to perfect that mental side of the game.
Have you found that there's been any like drills or certain film things that you've been looking for or watching that have helped you progress in that category?
Yeah, most definitely. It was one of the first things that I talked to my coaches about, and watching film on NFL guys, college guys, myself, and other offensive linemen and how they set. It was a lot easier to see things from bird's eye view. You can see things that you can't see when you're actually pass rushing. You might have closed your eyes during a rush, or offensive lineman might have stopped their feet or whatever it is, and you just start to pick up those things as you practice and pass rush, and whatever your case may be you're doing is. But it's easier to see once you're watching the film and once you can see it from an outside angle.
Absolutely. And now that kind of ties into my next question, which is a question I like to ask everyone that get a chance to interview. If there was one player, past or present, who you could have as a mentor or coach, who would it be and why?
One player, past or present, that I could have as a mentor or coach. I'm sure later I'm gonna think of someone that I couldn't imagine that I passed up. But I mean it's so many guys. I mean, I feel like you couldn't really go too wrong here. But maybe any NFL defensive end that's done it. I'd say someone like maybe Max Crosby. I know he's gone through a lot of adversity, and he's had to focus on his mental health, his own health, and being a great football player off the field. He's got a good bag. Or maybe someone like Aiden Hutchinson, who just recently went through injury, but is just a great all-around football player and knows the game, understands the game, and knows what they're doing when they're on the field. And so I'd just say someone that has done it and has also had to focus on the mental side of the game, because that's what I'm trying to focus on right now.
And then a kind of second part to this, are those the types of players you're trying to model your game after?
Well, I don't think there's anyone to model your game at. I think that, the best football players are their own players, So if I'm a, at the end of the day, I think not Max, I think Miles Garrett is just obviously for obvious reasons a phenomenal football player, but I don't want to be Miles Garrett, I want to be Jalen Anderson. So I'll do a double swipe, and if that's my signature move, that's my signature move. If I do an arm over, and that's whatever it is, I just want to perfect whatever my move is, and be the best, Jalen Anderson that I can be.
I love that answer, man. I really do. Because, as much as you can take different things from different players, making sure that you have your own style and your own
Right.
own game, that's one of the most important things.
Most definitely.
And now that ties into my last question, which is this. Heading into your second year at JUCO, what do you want to showcase this year? And then the second part of that, what goals or milestones do you have for this season?
Well, to answer your first question, the some of the things I just want to showcase is just that obviously last year, coming off of coming straight out of high school, and in the junior college, you only get, even going into Division 1, Division 2, 3, NAI, whatever level it is, you only have so long before the season starts. And obviously at junior college, it's a lot of freshmen expected to play. We have a great football program here, so if I wasn't ready and ready to play, then I wouldn't have. But I just want to show that I'm not going to make those freshman mistakes, and that I'm a guy who can play at any level. And just show that me being in junior college isn't anything a testament to my skill. It's not, oh, he's a junior college guy, or oh, he's not a power four guy, or he's a this and that. I don't want to be a label guy. I just want to be a great football player. And, when a coach looks at me or a scout looks at me, they say, "Guys, what was he doing in JUCO?" And to your second question about any goals or accolades, I'm really team focused. So honestly, first of all, I want to, I always give glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I just want to glorify Him in this season, and hope that with that. he takes us to where however far he has planned for us, and hopefully that's to a championship. We have a great football team. We have a really explosive and powerful offense. We got great quarterback play, some of the best receivers I've been around, best running backs. Our O line is really promising. We got really big, freakish young athletes. Our D line, obviously, I'm firsthand can tell you we got some guys at D line. Most of our D line played and is back last year. Almost all of our linebackers are back from last year, and they lead the team really well. And obviously our secondary is always going to be well coached and ready to play. I think Coach Sims does a really amazing job with them, with the Jack boys, and it's just a really player led team. So I think we can go really far as God has planned for us.
I love that answer, man. And that's a great way to close this one out. Before we get out of here, where can everyone find you on social media?
On Twitter, you can find me. My handle is Jalen06 Anderson 8NDERS0N. On Instagram, JAYBANNEDD J Band on Instagram.
Well, we're really looking forward to seeing how Jalen does this year. And thank you guys for checking out another really fun interview. We'll be back with more shortly. But for myself and Jalen Anderson, thank you guys for checking this one out, and we'll catch you next time.